Embroidery on smocking is an old-fashioned but beautiful way to embellish your fabric. This tutorial will demonstrate how to create the wave stitch, also known as a chevron stitch, onto smocked fabric. First, I'm going to prep my fabric, and because I don't have a smocking machine, I'm going to do it by hand. Using a ruler, I mark dots a 1/2 inch apart, and each row is a 1/2 inch apart. You can really do whatever measurement you want as long as it's consistent. I'm doing 2 different marker colors just to make stitching easier to demo. Next, grab some needle and thread, putting a large knot at the end of your thread. We'll do a running stitch on our fabric. Looking at the right side, go down into the fabric before the first dot in your first row. Run the needle under the dot and come up just past it. Go to the next dot and again go into the fabric and run the needle so it goes under the dot, coming up on the other side of it. Repeat this for the whole row, and when you get to the end, leave the thread tail unknotted. Repeat this for each row of dots you have, always starting at the same end. With all your rows threaded, gently pull the loose ends at the thread and our fabric will begin to create folds with your dots in the center of each folded edge. Don't make the folds press together too tight or it might be difficult to do the embroidery stitches. It's okay if the area is a little loose. Once you have it the way you want, tie the ends of the thread in a loose knot to hold. Now we're ready to embroider on top of our smocking. Put 3 strands of embroidery floss onto an embroidery needle and tie a knot at the end. You can put your wave stitch wherever you want. I'm going to be working between this row and this row here. First, I'm going to bring my needle up underneath my fabric and come out to the left of this fold. This is just to hide my knot. So my first row here is the purple dot. So I alternated just to make it a little bit easier. So we have purple dot, blue dot, purple dot, blue dot. So we started off with a purple dot. We're going to go next to the next row, which is a blue dot. And whenever I take a stitch from now on, I'm always bringing my needle from right to left, going in this direction. And you're just grabbing the top of the folded edge, again, from right to left. And I always want to make sure when I'm doing a stitch that's attaching one folded edge to the other folded edge, my needle is always on the inside between my 2 points. So this row and this row, you can see my needle is in the center and I have my thread on the outside. So that's okay. So pull this through. And now fold 1 and fold 2 is attached in a single stitch. We ended on the blue dot. So once I have these 2 stitched together, I'm going to go directly up and stay with the blue dot, going from right to left. Pull this through. Okay, so fold 3 now is purple. And I'm going from right to left through my fold. Now you'll notice my needle is not inside this row and this row because I have my thread in between. So to fix that, I'm just going to put this like that. So now my needle is inside of my thread when I'm pulling fold 2 and 3 together. And that's my next stitch. So we ended up with the purple row. So I'm going to go directly down to this purple dot, so it's the same fold, going from right to left, grab a little bit of that folded edge, from purple to blue, from right to left, making sure that my needle is inside between this row and this row and my thread is outside of that because I'm attaching 2 folds together. My last one was blue, so I'm going straight up to this blue dot, right to left, from blue to purple now, right to left through the fold, making sure that this is up, so my needle is on the inside. And you'll see what you're creating is sort of a zigzag stitch with a straight stitch at the top and the bottom, and each one of these straight stitches is attaching 2 folds together. So I stopped on the purple, go directly down, to the purple in the same fold, right to left through the fold, blue, right to left through the fold. And it's a little tricky just to figure out what you're doing, which is why I have the alternating colors just to keep things straight. But once you get the hang of it, it goes a lot faster. Making sure my needle is on the inside and my thread's on the outside. So blue goes straight up to blue, and then purple, right to left. Move this up so the needle's on the inside. So whenever you're going from up to down or from down to up, you're always sticking with the same color. So purple to purple. And then when you're going across to attach two folds together, that's when you change colors. So purple now to blue. And now that I'm going up, I'm sticking with the blue. I'm going across, so I'm going from blue now to purple. And this is on the outside, so I'll move this up. And attach that. So from purple to purple and then purple to blue. When you finish with your stitch, just put your needle down into the fabric so we could tie a knot on the wrong side. Here's the wrong side. I'm going to grab a little bit of fabric here, some of my thread. That's going to create a loop. Just go through the loop and that creates a knot, and then I could just cut that. Here's a small sample of what a bunch of wave stitches look like together. Please note that smocking shrinks the fabric, so you'll need to start with 3 times the length of whatever you want the finished measurement to be. Once you finish with your embroidery, you can use it as a panel to be inserted into your desired project and remove the running stitches after it's in. It's a delicate way to create a unique embellishment. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified of our new releases. Also check out ProfessorPincushion.com to view our complete library with well over 450 sewing tutorials. If you would like to directly support us, you can join our YouTube membership and earn some exclusive perks. Thanks for watching.